Welcome to the super fun game review podcast. Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show.
Down.
Hey guys, just wanted to bring you this news from our newest sponsor here. It's the Body Snatchers podcast. Join Steve, Tino, Gia, and John. They are available on iTunes, CastBox, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They cover gaming, comics, anime, random other news, and things like that. So, what has everyone been playing?
Nothing new.
I've been playing the Hogwarts Express because I just got back from going down to Universal Studios in Florida.
I've been meaning to debate with you.
On
this park.
I found myself rating the rides.
Rating?
Like reviewing the rides.
Rating.
Yeah, no, I should have said reviewing. Like I'd get off and be like, oh, that was about a here, but not quite as good as it's like...
It seems like a very flimsy rating system. A
coming from you, that's ironic.
A deeba-dabba-doo versus a here to there. It's a weird.
Deeba-dabba-doo.
Did you do the whole park, or did you just do the Harry Potter specifically?
Well,
Did you do Harry Potter?
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a Harry wizard.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron.
Oh my God.
Patronus. Well, okay, so we stayed at a hotel that you took like a boat taxi, like a river taxi. It's a man-made, lake or whatever river, and you get onto the park, and basically you're in Islands of Adventure, and then the Universal Studios is over there. So I did most of the rides, not everything. I didn't do Spider-Man, and I didn't do one other. It'll probably come back.
Did you do the Transformers one?
I did actually do the Transformers one.
I got so fucking dizzy on that ride.
Okay, so real quick, it was the four of us, my girlfriend Shelby, my mom, and my sister. My mom and my sister really don't do rides. My sister really doesn't do 3D. So, day one, we just got into a car and drove for an hour. We're on a plane, then we were on a bus for 45 minutes. Let's go on the Jimmy Fallon 4D World Tour ride where you're flying around all over the moon and other bullshit. They were both so sick. I don't think they went on another ride until the last day. Like, they literally went on this ride, and, like, that was it. It was one of those deals where they had the 3D screen, and the seats would move and wiggle and all that, and they just got so sick.
Wait, I think Jimmy Fallon's?
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
Jimmy Fallon's New York City. It's basically like he gets in a souped-up version of a kart from Mario Kart and drives you around all over the place.
Oh, you're going with Jimmy Fallon, and
he takes you on a tour.
All over. Wow.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I was erect.
Wow.
The problem with Universal
was erect.
That's so funny. No, that's great.
The problem with
That's
Universal Studios is that every ride is like that.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
They've just upgraded or deleted all their old rides to the point where it's just you're in a shaky seat that's like a cheap roller coaster ride in front of a 3D screen.
Right. So this could be a full episode. Sorry.
I missed the Back to the Future.
So yeah.
Oh God.
I get there and there's no Back to the Future.
That's been gone for a few years now.
I missed the Terminator 2 3D experience by a year or two, I think. The Dueling Dragons, which was rebranded and renamed after the Harry Potter franchise was brought to Universal, which Dueling Dragons I rode on in like 2002. One of my favorite coasters. I missed it by 4 months, I think. They dismantled it. So...
Oh, I'm getting sick just thinking about it now.
Well, here's the thing. 3D doesn't bother me. I just don't prefer it. Like, if I'm going to go see a movie, I want to see it 2D on the biggest screen I can, not a tiny screen in 3D where it's dark and dim, and it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make the experience better. All these rides were kind of like that. Like you were saying.
Some were a little bit more mild than others. Like
yeah,
that Harry Potter Gringotts one wasn't as bad. I think it was actually one of the better ones they had in the park.
When did you go down, Harry?
October. I was this past October.
Oh, okay.
Who'd you go with, Harry?
Harry?
We're not getting into that.
Harry, who'd you go with?
What'd you do, Harry? What'd you do, Harry?
Were you a wizard, Harry?
No, I went with Leanne, my mom, and my mom's friend.
Your mom's friend.
Did they?
My mom.
Did they have old old ye pubs in there, and they went in and they saw your name, and then they just said that to you the entire time.
Free drink for Harry. Harry's here. Look, it's Harry. Harry, here's your wand.
That would actually be something if they just give
That
you a
was
free
like-
drink if your name was Harry.
English and New York at the same time. Welcome to Hogwarts.
I did.
Wow.
Okay, they had the what was that drink that they had there?
Butterbeer or the fire whiskey?
Though the butterbeer.
All right.
Delicious.
I'm pretty sure the fire whiskey is just Fireball.
It is, but they mixed the one that I had was $13, and they mixed
course
it
it
with
was.
Strongbow. So that actually wasn't that bad. It was like this much whiskey, like an inch and a half of whiskey, and then the rest was Strongbow. It wasn't bad. I can't drink butterbeer because it's not vegan, hence the butter. So I didn't have any of that. But you mentioned Gringotts. You mentioned the Gringotts ride. I want to come back to that because that was my sort of my pick out of all the rides that I went on. That one, I actually enjoyed like the story within the story.
It looked cool. The environment they set up,
Yeah.
like even waiting in line was a magical adventure.
Right, because you basically enter through the front, and it's the Gringotts vault, or not vault, but the bank that you see in all the movies, and then you go inside, and it just builds and builds and builds. There's an elevator ride, which is phony. It's like a pressurized plate that wiggles, and the screens around like TVs basically show the different levels that you're going in and showing and moving. But once you got into the ride, I liked how, okay, shit's going down in Gringotts, you're here, this is what happens. It had a lot of the main cast in it. And for the little story that it told, I thought it was a good ride. Unlike the Hogwarts one, where Dumbledore himself is like, oh, come back anytime, and it's like you see Dementors, and there's a Quidditch match, and there's this, and there's that, and all this bullshit is supposed to happen in one, like the dragon's loose, there's a Quidditch match, and there's Dementors floating around on one day, which to me was like, this is pulling me out of the experience. I can only sort of, take so much. What is that called? Suspension of disbelief. My suspension of disbelief was like, no, this is dumb. But going to Gringotts and having a story set in Gringotts and that's it worked, I thought. The coaster segments weren't that crazy, but it worked. Having said that, Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, I think I rode 3 times with Shelby. It's one of her favorites.
They have a Revenge of the Mummy
Yeah,
ride?
like from like Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Really?
Like, yeah, and there's no 3D bullshit there. It's all animatronics and like real flame that shoots up, and you're going around an indoor coaster, sort of like the
the
rock and roller coaster from is that in Disney? The Aerosmith rock and roller coaster.
yeah.
Whatever MGM is these days. I forget what they call
yeah,
it now,
okay.
but that was at that one. That's a cool coaster.
That is a cool coaster.
Before you get off too much, I could probably do.
That's not even appropriate.
I could probably do a whole episode about how much I hate Brendan Fraser.
Are you kidding? Brendan Fraser's awesome. What did I just say?
Who's Brendan Fraser?
Did I just say Brendan Fraser? Brendan Fraser is like the best thing about the first 3 Mummy movies.
Oh,
You don't like him?
I'm just gonna mention the word monkey bone.
All right, well, fuck Monkey Bone.
That was a great movie. What are you talking about? It's the most best
All right,
terrible
name
movies
somebody.
of all
Name
time.
an actor you like.
Chris Kattan.
Name an actress you like.
Jeez, I don't know. When you put it like that, it's like really hard to like rack my brain. Like
Clark, who's
Paul
somebody-
Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti? Rhino.
I haven't seen it.
No. In Spider-Man 2, he plays like the Rhino or whatever. Paul Giamatti does not have a perfect record for every single role he's ever
he
had
did
is,
the
like,
movie Shoot 'Em
fantastic.
Up, and he had an obsession with being breastfed
really?
in that movie.
Oh, okay.
It was weird.
Now, I think Paul Giamatti is a decent actor, but I'm not going to let Monkey Bone ruin the Mummy
yeah,
movies
but
with
even
Brendan
so,
Fraser.
I just don't think he's a great actor, though.
Okay, he's not a
Wait.
great actor. He's not a great actor. That's fine. But in the first Mummy, he's pretty much spot on. He's pretty good in that movie.
Paul Giamatti did that movie with Frankie Muniz and was it Amanda Bynes or something like that?
I don't know what the hell you're talking
no,
about.
there was something where I remember he played the villain because I remember the fucking trailers
Agent Cody Banks.
where they painted him blue.
I have no idea.
I think
What?
all I remember is like something where Paul Giamatti gets covered in blue paint in the trailers.
Right. So anyway, you can have whatever you want about Brendan Fraser. Personally, I think he's great in that franchise. But that ride was a lot of fun. I did ride the Hulk, which I rode in 2002 when I was there ages ago, if I'm remembering right. The Hulk was fun. It was actually pretty cold. It was like 30 or 40 degrees consistently while we were down there. Like, we came down, the first 2 days it was nice, and then the last 2 it was like freezing.
Oh, those poor Floridians?
Yeah, they were like
yeah.
they were like state of emergency. We might see ice, and the one chick was like driving the boat. She's like, I saw snow twice, and I was like,
Wow.
I saw snow twice this
last
year.
week.
Fucking bitch.
I did. Yeah, that's what I said. I rode the one
You
roller
did. That's
coaster.
totally you.
No, I didn't. I rode the one coaster that it records you, like it records a video of you while you do it, and you can select.
And you
your
were
music.
masturbating the entire time. It's fucked up.
He knew, and it was just
Frivolously.
Maybe that's why I couldn't see the footage, because once we got off the ride,
'Cause
like
it's so
it was
tiny.
like error. Yeah. That's what it was. It said error cannot be found, or file not found. 404. It overall it was a fun time.
camera not equipped with Hubble telescope.
I don't know how I walked into a dick joke saying that there was a video on the roller
You walk
coaster.
into a lot of dicks and a lot of jokes.
Anyway,
Ralph.
Now back
Dick
to riding the
Minute.
Hulk. Go.
Nice segue.
overall it was a good time, and I personally felt that Diagon Alley looked pretty good.
It's very commercial, though.
Well,
They're trying to
that's
suck
what it
money
is.
out of you
That's
every corner, though.
Well, that
That was my issue.
that's
with
the
it.
nature of the beast, though.
No way. An amusement park trying to suck
I mean,
money out of you?
seriously.
Dude, I know, but there was
What?
more commerciality to it than there was amusement.
Was this in Universal?
But Diagon Alley is like within more than that. I was annoyed with people being like, "Welcome to the Hogwarts Express. Here you go," and it's like, why is this in Florida? Like, why is this in Florida? Like, this should be somewhere in like the UK. Like, Harry Potter World should be in the UK. That way, people don't have to fake it or even try. It's like, because there was no. It doesn't have to be. Everybody has to have an
Euro
English
Disney?
accent. Yeah, not everybody has to have
No,
like an
there is a
English
Euro
accent.
Disney, isn't there?
I think so.
There's a Disney Asia. There's a Disney everywhere.
I thought there
Harry
was.
Potter's owned by Universal, not Disney.
Okay. But
So,
just
all right.
good job.
I know we're going on this big tear about Universal Studios.
It's
but-
cool. This is going to be the MUBRS. I'm just letting you know. When
No,
you're
yeah.
when you're done speaking, that is like the end of MUBRS.
Ooh, no, I do have something I want to talk about video game related.
Yeah, me too. Are we done?
No.
I just wanted to say that with the Harry Potter thing, like I didn't need everybody to have an accent, but it was just so clear that this is like in Florida. Like Hogsmeade has snow on the roofs. There's snow there, but it's fucking Florida. Like, why are they even trying? It just didn't click.
Because it's the illusion, man.
Well, the illusion is bullshit if your entire family is
No,
like
your illusion is bullshit.
if like your entire family is like red from the sun and you've been putting sunscreen on, and then you walk to Hogsmeade and there's snow on the roofs, like, why are you even trying to do that?
Sorry, one thing about Universal. I totally forgot to tell you guys this earlier. Did you see that they had like a SpongeBob parade?
There was a SpongeBob area, but I didn't see the parade.
They had a parade. This was like just as we entered the park, right? Squidward comes out on his like big throne or whatnot, and he like looks at me, points at me, and then just starts rubbing his head.
That's amazing.
I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys about that.
That is amazing.
I lost my shit.
He probably looks for someone who's bald every time it comes
Yeah,
out.
probably.
Hey,
Squidward's
but guess
bald.
what? It was you.
It was me.
It was
Made
you.
you feel
That's
special, huh?
I bet he did.
And
He
bad
was
about
like,
yourself.
It's like, huh, look at that bastard.
So real quick, I think the
But
best ride.
ironically enough, Harry was also standing there in just a brown shirt, no pants, with a dick for a nose.
Right.
And the dick's name was Russell.
The worst ride I went on was the ET experience, where you sit on like a bicycle and it takes you around and you go to ET's planet. It's like the worst thing.
Ralph
never
found
seen-
the wrong ride and there was no seat.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a giant penis.
What is with the dick jokes?
We had to break it up a little bit. He's so mad.
I'm not mad.
He is.
So
He's real
mad.
mad.
Universal
He's so perturbed right now.
Universal comes to a close. Let's talk video games.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. And at least because you were even saying with the really cold weather, it was, had to wear like
I wore
layers
2
and
t-shirts and
layers.
2 sweaters, and I was never hot.
Okay.
So video games. There was one I actually started playing. I was so hyped up after we finished the first Uncharted, I popped in the second one.
Okay.
And I got a couple hours into that, and I like it better than the first one so far. I will say that.
It's a universal improvement.
Yeah.
Huge. Storyline is amazing.
You see what I did there?
What's that?
I said it's a universal improvement.
Look at you.
Anyway,
That's slick. That's real slick.
Outside of that, just my Siege. I'm playing a fuck ton of Siege. Clark, you got to get back on. We have like almost a full group almost every single night.
I have it downloaded.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to put keyboard and mouse support.
I think they already
yeah,
did.
they were talking about it's already there because we were getting like mauled at one point.
Is it actually there?
I believe it is.
All right,
Yes.
I'll get on and school some motherfuckers.
So
Oh, that's
yeah, Kyle.
awesome.
I told Kyle the other night, and he like nearly shit a brick.
What?
He was just like, "Oh my god, mouse,
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's so
It-
much
it's-
better for first-person
Yeah,
shooters.
it's elite compared to the fucking controller.
Front. There's like an accessory port, but I don't know.
On a PS4?
yeah.
Did you just lean over to the PS3 and check, Steve?
no. Well,
yeah, you did. You did. You motherfucker. I saw you lean over and
Well,
look at
there's
that
only-
and be like,
Well,
there's only two.
There's only two on the Super Nintendo over there.
because I was looking at that because I remember they changed it where the old ones for the PS3 had the 4 in
They
the
had
back. I was
4.
thinking the 4.
They had 4 in the front.
He just standing there. That's a weird looking Nintendo. Like,
Such a cocksucker.
What do you think of my Switch, Steve?
That's adorable.
Hop, hop, skate. Hop, skate, hop.
He says skank a lot."
yeah.
Link says skank a
Switches
lot.
are cheap, right?
That's my nice. That's my Ocarina of Time impersonation of Link.
It's adorable.
What were we talking about?
Keyboard
Siege.
and mouse. Siege.
Yeah. No, that was it. I think there was another game I was playing, but I think this went back a couple weeks ago, and I forgot to mention it to you guys. So if I think about it before the episode is over, I'll let you know.
It's cool. Steve and I just have to go to Florida. Then we can have like our own MUBRS episode
Then we go
dedicated to
around.
Florida.
We'll play games.
Because
while
we
in
have Harry's
Florida.
now. Now we have Ralph.
Yeah, just stay away from ET the ride. You'll be okay. It's kind of like ET the game.
I never went to Universal. so I
E.T.'s the
had
name of the
nothing.
homeless man that he got on his bicycle and he gave him a tour around
His
the
name is
park.
his name is actually Ethan Thompson. That is E.T. He remembers it because he left a mark on his butt.
I'm not kidding. It was like ET, but then it crossed with like
E.T. butt.
Dr. Seuss.
E.T. butt.
You're such a little kid.
He's a butt. It's like E.T. butt. At butt.
Because he's got a long finger.
Oh.
Oh.
Does
Whoa.
he? Does he, Ralph?
That's perfect.
Check your prostate.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Reese's Pieces. Oh no.
Ooh, let's send off the episode on that note.
Well, we'll see you
All right,
next week.
guys, join us next week for fucking Bloodborne. Bloodborne.
No.
Hold on. What?
Join us next week for
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider Dynasty.
Join us next week for
Blood Duck Tomb.
The blood. So
Tomb Raider: Rise of the Blood Duck. Rise of the Blood Duck. Tomb Raider: Rise of the Blood Duck.
Not sponsored by Razer.
the next one will be Tomb Raider. I'm just checking the map. Checking the map.
The map. Check the map. Checking the map.
Checking the map. Checking the map.
North, south, east, west. Check the map.
All right, join us next week for Tomb Raider: Solid Rise of the Blood Duck.
Why is it solid?
Because Metal Gear Solid. Universal Tour.
Tomb Raider Solid Rise of the Blood Duck Universal Tour.
Just cut it, man. I'm good.